What's up guys, Motocross Action here and welcome to MXA's Cylinder Works Twisted Development YZ270F test video. This isn't our first rodeo building a big bore YZ270F using the full kit from Cylinder Works, which is why we wanted to do it differently this time around. The YZ250F is known for its robust low to mid power. When you add a bigger piston and an equally bigger cylinder, the already short and focused power band can shrink into a narrower window. The YZ270F is even more explosive out of the hole, but it eats up the already short power curve. The bigger piston has to push more air per stroke, which makes it a struggle to carry speed at high RPM. The lack of over-rev means that the rider has to shift on the bubble. This style of power can boss a rider around if he doesn't bow down to its imperfections. We wanted the best of both worlds. In short, we wanted a YZ250F big bore with a power band that was linear and revved to the moon. Was it possible? Well, we knew that building a big bore engine from the ground up was the way to go, so we called Jamie Ellis at Twisted Development to build us a tried and true Cylinder Works YZ270F top end kit while making it more powerful and broader at the same time. This was a piece of cake for Twisted Development. The Cylinder Works big bore kit leaves them with a lot of room for improvement. What do we mean by that? In a nutshell, Twisted Development takes the loose tolerances of the Cylinder Works 270 kit and tightens them up to race spec. Seems simple, right? Not by any stretch of the imagination. Here is a glimpse of what Jamie did inside our engine to give us the power spread we were looking for. Twisted replaces the steel intake guides with bronze ones, as the stock ones are known to break. They CNC ported the cylinder head and opened up the combustion chamber. Doing this decreases the compression, but Twisted makes up for that by decking the head. The Hot Cams Stage 2 kit was used in conjunction with a Twisted Development spec valve spring kit, and to tighten up the compression even more, a custom thin Cometic head gasket was used to get the piston closer to the head. Next was Twisted's dual injector kit paired with a high velocity air boot. Dual injectors have one injector close to the intake ports and one injector that's at the back of the air box. This system is tuned to a vortex ignition. On top of that, a Hinson billet-proof clutch, FMF full exhaust system, and a Nihilo carbon fiber vented airbox cover finished off the power package. As for the rest of the bike, we went full tilt. We dressed up the bike in Decal Works graphics, Works Connection parts, UFO plastic, Super Sprock sprockets, TM Design Works chain guides, Raptor titanium pegs, ODI bars and grips, and we even added FCP engine mounts to cushion the ride. We got this bike on the track, our testers were very impressed, but we aren't gonna lie, we cried a little bit for two reasons. One, the reverberation noise was insanely loud due to the hopped up engine and the vented airbox cover that's right at the front. It felt like our ears were bleeding. Two, the power profile brought us tears of joy. Off the bottom, it had enough power to keep us off the clutch and keep the nose down. Once the RPM built up, the engine took off. It was both super smooth and extremely potent, and best of all, we could rev it to the moon. It was everything we wished for. The second fuel injection nozzle really brought this build home. When you thought the engine was close to giving up the ghost, the afterburners kicked in. Atomization is what counts, and dual injectors can keep up with the needs of low and high RPM running engines. With the second injector being further away from the intake, it allows the fuel to become more of a mist, which allows the fuel to ignite easier. Second injectors are especially successful at maximizing high RPM power. In essence, the engine of our YZ270F felt similar to a KTM 350, but with more excitement down low. Every MXA test rider loved this bike once they put their earplugs in, and we admit that it took a boatload of dough to complete this build, but we felt it had to. If you're on a budget and you want something inexpensive and reliable, go with the basic Cylinder Works YZ270 kit. The retails for only $549. It is a steal on the price versus performance chart. Make no mistake about it, the YZ270F powerband will be way different from stock, which isn't a bad thing. Many vet and lower level riders will like the shorter and lower powerband for its added boost. If, however, you have an unlimited budget and want something that is made for the few, the proud, and the rich, send your YZ250F engine to Twist Development and ask for the MXA Special. If you're a vet racer or a professional practice rider, you can have a clear conscience racing this bike. But beware, in the displacement regulated classes, you risk being called a cheater because of your ridiculous hole shots will stick out like a sore thumb. So that's all for MXA's test video on the YZ270F Cylinder Works engine built by Twisted Development. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you want to see more project builds and more bike tests from the Motocross Action Wrecking Crew, check out motocrossactionmag.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more videos like this on bikes that we've built and other bikes that we've been testing. So thank you guys for tuning in. See you in the next video.